microphone already on with them?
Yeah. Just I'd leave one ear off.
And then that's my talk, okay?
Okay. You're all set.
All right.
Alright. Give me a call. You go
Okay.
crazy again. Oh, it's not a cold buff.
Oh, I don't have any music on.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We don't have any music altogether yet. Forgot to do that yesterday. Let's do that. We'll do that now.
Okay. Switching to... Immaculata, go to the other camera, please. Other camera, Preston. Yeah, the other team introduced. Can we get a shot of them? Sorry, I did say camera. I messed up. Okay. Thank you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Scotty, now you're 30.
Yeah. I told him what to do.
He's probably waiting until after national anthem.
I don't know if Josh was showing how to do the push to the top thing, so if he's wearing the headset, he probably get him off. Okay.
You might hear him pretty loud in your headset, but there's nothing we can do about that right now.
We'll see.
Oh, we gotta make sure Mike is turned on. Otherwise they can hear you. So there's nothing to say.
And welcome back to Southern Virginia University Knights Arena. I'm Scotty Winterton doing the play-by-play broadcast for this match between two visiting teams, the Mount St. Joseph University Lions versus the Immaculata University Mighty Macs. This is a second match of the afternoon for the Mighty Macs as they took on the Southern Virginia University men's volleyball team in their first match of the afternoon. They lost the first match 3-0. Some bright spots. One of those is Bora right here, had some incredible hits. Both left-handed and right-handed, a great job adjusting to some of the sets. The Lions start out this first opportunity of the afternoon for them, quick putting the ball in. That was Ben Carmesino, the setter, quickly putting that ball in. He got that ball in all of about half a second before Immaculata was even ready. As soon as that whistle comes from the up ref, he's hitting that ball. That floater goes long. 3-1 for the Lions. Back to serve John Borer, the junior from South Brunswick, New Jersey. Had a really solid match, talking with some of the Knights players. A lot of respect for John. There was some back and forth. The Lions here called on the violation in the net, and Borer gets a second chance. They had a lot of respect for Borer in his game and the way he played. A couple players told me that I'm cheering for Boer out there. He was fun to play against. Some fun back and forth, but a lot of skill. Nice punch there in the middle. That was Eli Scott hitting middle right now, the junior from Hamilton, Ohio. This Mount St. Joseph's team, all of them but one are from Ohio. That sole player is Ray Sanchez, outside senior. The swing there in the middle again. Opportunity for Martell. He goes middle. Deebs able to pull the point for the Mighty Macs. And Jack Deebs will go back to serve for his team. 3-4, down by one. Little floater, nice, putting right on the paint. Great pass. Ball goes right back to Ray Sanchez, and he's able to finish from the outside. As I mentioned, the lone non-Ohio native. He's from Arvada, Colorado. Went to Ralston Valley High School. That ball rolls right along the tape and then unable to grab it as it came off was Bryce Wiltbank, the senior middle for the Macs. And a little jump floater from Eli Scott. And great finish there from Pepper. Considered by the Knight staff to be probably the most complete player on the Macs team. You saw right there his capability. Great set also from Martell. And Martell now serving. Getting underneath that. The block comes, but not able to finish. The block putting it long was Matthew Lynn. Great hit from Sanchez. And point for the Mighty Macs. Jason Hasher, number 18, has by far the most attempts, nearly basically double the next closest, which is Hayden Wood. He's got 258 attempts on the year with 103 kills. Next closest, as I mentioned, Hayden Wood with 50 kills on 132 attempts. So number 18, the real big hitter for the Lions. You'll see Ben Carmesino taking most of the setting duties. He has 173 assists on the year, averaging about 6.5 assists per set. Sanchez back to serve, goes long. Sanchez trying to cut that one a little tight. He does have 5 aces on the year in the young season, so definitely good server. Wiltbank puts the ball in play and a free opportunity off that serve going outside. Boer unable to finish. Second opportunity doesn't go down for him, and then just right there, great finish. Carmesino doing a great job. Lions on serve. Bollhauer able to put that one down from the service line. He'll get a second chance. Ryan Bollhauer, the middle freshman from Cincinnati, LaSalle High School, and catches the tape on his second one. He'll sub out for libero, Josh Cable. Josh, a senior from Centerville, out in Ohio. Lynn, with a serve that gives a free chance, but not able to take advantage. And then the quick from Carmesino to Scott. Scott finishes it. Hamilton, Ohio native. Great job, good timing. Quick, serving call it a 3. It was pretty, maybe about a foot high off the net. Quick opportunity for Scott. He takes advantage off of the roof. And free opportunity. Martell gets it over, but the big block from Scott. Scott and Hasher both sitting there, closing it down. Haven't heard much from Jason Hasher yet. Graduate student from Miamisburg in Ohio. Free opportunity. No, great job from Martell to get there. And then Bohr going strong, gets it off the block, out of bounds. Just swinging away. Bringing the attitude on that swing. And Bohr will go back to serve. Great handle from Hasher. And the block. Strong block. I may not have actually blocked. Might have hit the tape. Usually you get bigger reaction from the front line if it's a block, and they're just kind of ho-hum about that. Kind of coming out of that right there, you saw Carter, the libero, needs to stay in that sit down, keep his hands down there. He came out of it a little quick. That one better, much better. Opposite to Bohr. Free chance for the night for the Max. Can't finish. They're going to call a violation. Double hit. And it'll be Mighty Max ball. Down 6. Hanging in there. They can string together a couple with Deebs on the serve. Little floater to libero. Cable. And then the finish in tied. No rally going with that kind of hit. Hayden Wood now in back line. You also have Ryan Bullhauer in the front, and Scott unable to get that over. Frustrated with himself. He'll sub out as Cable comes back in. Cormacino also up front. Sanchez, and as I mentioned, Hasher round out the 6. And Cable going up, almost touching that. It ends up going long. And a 7-point lead for the Lions. Jason Hasher back to serve. Nice find. Very, very smart play from Ryan Bullhauer. Spotting that open wood with, I don't think there was a Mighty Mac within 10 feet when he went to put that over there. They weren't able to get to it. That ball drops in nice and tight. And the quick in the middle, the block comes, deflects over to Lynn, but he can't do anything with it. And we'll get a timeout. Quick timeout. We'll be back in about 30, 45 seconds. Lions back to serve, looking to get their 20th point. And Pepper not able to do much with that one, a little bit behind him. And then the Mighty Macs get the point. I don't think that ball ever made it over the net from Sanchez. Kind of two sets that put their hitters in difficult positions, not able to get really the full swing. And in the end, it's Mighty Mac ball, service line, as Pepper wanted to string together a couple points, and the service error results in the point, the 20th point for the Lions. Sanchez serving, drops that into Pepper off the ceiling end. Pretty incredible bump set over to Borer. And then fighting for his life was Pepper as that ball was coming right at him. Deflects off of the senior, and it'll stay Lion ball. Lions, Ray Sanchez with his second serve, hits the tape, falls on the Lions side of the net, and 12 points for Immaculata, down 9. Need to string together a couple. Here's Bryce Wiltbank, another senior, Fairless Hills. Nice up, but doesn't really result in a strong back row attack. And then the Lions take advantage, get a second point. A little miscommunication there between Hosher and his setter, Carmesino. Nice net attack. That was a great job. Got to be aware that Carmesino is on the front row and he can attack. That ball was put right where he could do something with it, and nobody from the Macs recognized the danger of that situation. Outside to Boer. Block comes. Boer's going to try again. Roll shot. Opportunity with the bump set. Back row attack. And ball goes long. 23 points for the Lions. Up 10. In command of this first game. And a little disappointed with himself, Ryan Bullhauer, the freshman. Only 2 subs available for the Lions. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays into their second game against the Knights, their second match. That one goes long. Eli Scott trying to do something with that cross court, can't get it to fall. Opposite, great swing on the opposite, but another opportunity. That was Wood, who couldn't get it to go down, and then the block is there. Jack Deebs, sophomore, putting it back into the face of Scott, and the ball goes flying out of bounds off of Scott. 7-point lead. And the quick, as Scott says, try and handle this one. As Boer connects with Pepper off of a nice soccer play, juggling to a header. Pepper with a great pass, and the swing from Boer, tools it off the block. But they're going to say a violation and the 25th point for the Lions. That was a nice little play, but all results for naught as the Lions take this first game 25-16. We'll take a quick break for about 2 minutes, come back, talk it through. Set 2, set to come to you from Knights Arena on the Night Broadcasting Productions that is run by Craig Reese along with Paul Morrissey. Doing a great job. That Bohr gets that first serve, gets it in, and the first opportunity for the Lions goes long. Bohr, nice job putting that ball to Hosher, who is now in the libero jersey. Great handle from him. Ends up point for the Lions. Cremasino back to serve. And violation called in the net. Mighty Mac point, Mighty Mac ball. The floater line, good handle from Cable. And it looks like they're going to call a tip. Lions point. Good job going line, finding the hand of the blocker. Sanchez serving, and Bohr difficult up, but great job from Martel. And ball goes off of the roof. You can't put the ball over the net off of an obstacle. So that results in a technical violation. Really tight on that hit. That set rather. Pfister unable to do anything with it. The freshman from Burlington, New Jersey. Ends up in the fourth point for the Lions. Sanchez joust at the net. And strong play as the Knights team giving some shout-outs to the Immaculata players that they just had a chance to play. Clearly, the Knights team has chosen their side. Big swing and a block. Pepper goes up strong, puts the ball back down, roofed to the St. Joseph's Lions side of the court, and Martel continuing on serve as the Macs have tied it up. Big swing going up high was Eli Scott, and he'll go back to serve as well. Eli Scott, impressive athlete, had a chance to kind of be down on the court. There's a number, the athletic feel of this St. Joseph's team, Mount St. Joseph's team, is they're just a very strong athletic group. Clearly spending time in the weight room. Going opposite, unable to finish, was Hayden Wood. Off the block of Bullhauer. Great finish, now up by one, Immaculata. Pepper goes line on the serve. And then off the block was Cable. Cable playing libero in the last game. Clearly an all-around athlete. Able to play outside. Able to play libero. And a little nonchalant was Noah Schrock on that one. The 6'1 junior from Salina, Ohio. He gets to do it again. I'm not sure what the call was there. Maybe out of rotation. I'm not sure what the violation was there. This time he gets it over. Great job. Martel goes middle, not able to do anything with that. From a hitter's side, the block, and it falls to the ground. Carmesino really feels like he got his hand underneath it. The up ref disagrees. They're going to have a conversation now. Refs are going to get together. Whistle came, so stopped play. And the down ref thought that ball was up And consequently, because the whistle stopped play, they're going to redo the point as Noah Schrock gets a third chance at a second point. You don't see that very often. And set a little low, but violation called on the Lions, and it'll be Mighty Mac ball at the service line. Back to serve is number 9. That's Bryce Wiltbank. Senior with a strong serve. Sanchez handles, but no dice on the finish, and the Mighty Macs tie it up, 7 apiece. Oh, sorry. They did. 7-all. Lions ball. Cable back to serve. Just trying to pick out a little some information on the serving percentage. I'll get to some of the numbers in a minute. Cable with the jump floater. Martell having to move to get to that one, and the Max kind of out of sorts and out of system on that point. Unable to put any pressure on the defense of the Lions. Cable serving. And that one way long and outside. Both. He missed on both planes of axes. Lynn with the short serve. Bullhauer with a really nice serve. Pepper handles it, but it's going to result in a free opportunity in transition. Carmesino loves going middle to Scott. Feeding him over and over. Martell able to get it over to Borer, who puts it strong off the block. Needing to close out that block, get the hands together. Borer finds the space between the hands, ends up going off the block out of bounds. Hosher checks back in. Borer finds Cable. Great pass. The dive from Cable, and then his teammate, Schrock, unable to get there to get it back over. Immaculata doing a great job keeping this game tight. It was really at this point in the games against the Knights where the Knights started pulling away. Immaculata trying to keep that from happening, putting their own stamp on this, but what a great hit from Sanchez, the senior outside hitter from Colorado. Schrock checks out. Hayden Woods back in. Hitting opposite. Martell gets it to Pepper, who Pepper goes really tight on the cross, looking to get off the hands. It puts it down the tape and falls on the Lions side. And opportunity for Deebs get his team on a roll. And they're going to call violation in the net. Lions ball. Lions tie it up 11 apiece. Sanchez serving. Board, Martell to Pepper, and he finds just inside that end line. And cheering on that hit, the Knights volleyball team over there, and Pepper celebrating with them. Some kindred spirits, friendships being made. Who'd have thunk? Carmesino goes outside, and what a great set and hit. Cable finishes strong, the senior. looking like a senior on that swing. Carmesino really impressive as a setter. He's only a freshman, doing such a great job. Best handle we've seen in the afternoon from Carter. And then that swing turns his shoulders a little tight, got around a little hard on that, and Lynn hits the ball wide as Scott with a strong jump serve going for a second point. Carter again, great handles. Pepper looks to go line, can't keep it in. Only a single block, and the block was inside. Smart job going line from Pepper. He is a senior. Just couldn't quite get the ball down where he wanted it to be. Carter with the overball and the big putback. Great job, Hayden Wood, the graduate student out of Cincinnati LaSalle High School, finishes. And there's a timeout. Give us a 30-second break. We'll be right back at it. So Immaculata gets that first point off the timeout. Pepper's back to serve. Opportunity in transition. Going to his outside, but serve a little outside, and then Cable unable to finish, looks over and is like, my bad. We hit that a little long. Just wanted to get over the top of that a little bit. Didn't feel good about the swing. Immaculata trying to string together 3 points. They haven't been able to do that all afternoon, and there it is. That ball goes wide. Immaculata, 3 straight. 15 apiece now. The quick, unable to put it quite high enough in the middle, but the pass goes a little far off the roof. And Lions ball at the service line. Cable going back to serve. That was Schrock on the serve. Schrock puts it to Carmesino. Free ball, but can't take advantage. The Lions put it long. That gives Wiltbank an opportunity to put his team ahead. Cable, Carmesino, back to Cable, but the big block as Deebs. Jack Deebs going up high in the middle. Finishes with that left hand, putting him back down. The sophomore, Orland, Pennsylvania native. A little bit of a joust in the middle. They're going to call in the net on the Lions. 2-point lead. Jake Nieheisel, the head coach, not really agreeing with that. Kind of getting a confirmation from the down ref. calls a timeout. We'll be back in 45 seconds. That serve from the Mighty Max, Bryce Wiltbank, falls short, and Cable back to serve. High floater, drops into Pepper, outside the Bohr, second opportunity. He'll do it again, the roll shot. Great job to keep it up. And another opportunity. Going to go back to that well one more time, and Bohr finishes out. Gives a little dance. 3 in a row. Martell was going to keep going to that well over and over. Committed to getting that point. The quick into the middle, not able to finish, was Bohlhauer. And then a big block from setter. Joe Martell, only 5'10", yet gets up and gets the strong block. Line was open, not able to take advantage of it. 3-point lead from Immaculata. And then trying again, and this time it works out for Bohlhauer as he gets it off the block. And the Mighty Max unable to catch up with that ball. Matthew Pfister checks in, the freshman. Bohlhauer, the quick in the middle, going to try it again. And Bohr just forced to give an over ball. Outside with the block. And then off the antenna, it's going to be a point for Immaculata. Martell doing work everywhere. He's setting, he's digging, and the last couple points, he's been doing a fantastic job on the block. Bohr serving, team up 3, and just can't sneak it over the tape. Really, that's probably his hardest hit of the afternoon. Really going for it, trying to send it. Doesn't work out, puts Carmesino back at serve. Serve, receive. Smart play from the Mighty Max. Matthew Pfister hopping out of the way. Freshman Carmesino. Need to get that in. Really time for a comeback for the Lions. The bump set. Gives an opportunity for the Knights. And that ball, I think, was going to land out. Sometimes you just can't pull yourself back as Pfister goes for that ball, as I think it was going off the block on the hit from Pepper. Nice drop serve, and what a big swing on the quick set. The timing on that, it was had to be precise. Clearly that play, going 3, making a much quicker play than the Lions were really set to handle, as they only got the single block. And that overpass off the serve ends up going over the hands like just an inch or two of the middle blocker, and then falls harmlessly to the court, giving the Lions an opportunity to close this 2-point gap. And then using the block, the set was not quite where Pepper wanted it to be, and he had to adjust on the approach. So the hit was, in fact, I think it might have gone long had it not been touched, but he's able to use the block to tool out of bounds, 3-point lead, game point, the overpass, and just putting it back over was Wiltbank, and then that results in a strong finish. Great job from Hayden Wood. Wood hitting 129 on the season, but has the second most kills with 50 kills on 132 total attacks. And he'll be back to serve. Opportunity for Boer to finish. Can't put it away. Cable gets blocked. And then Boer's going to try to finish, and he sneaks it in between the block. Going cross court, but almost from the middle himself. The Mighty Mac hitters really doing a great job adjusting to the sets, as some of the passing has made it a little tough on Martell. He's had to move around a lot, but the hitters are up to the task. Tying this match up 1-1. Great job from Immaculata, not going down easy. Now it's a whole new game, best of 5, whole new match, I should say. And we got about 2 minutes, and we'll come back. All right, we're back for a third game between the Mount St. Joseph Lions and the Immaculata University Mighty Macs. Game all tied up. We don't have, I apologize, I always like to go over the stats and how guys are hitting, but neither university has I don't think they have the live stats up on their game website, so I can't go to it. Anybody knows where that's at? I've tried to talk to the bench, and it's up to each university to put that link in. And so you could put that in the chat on the website, on the YouTube feed. If anybody has that link, talk about the stats, but the Mighty Macs really able to stay in that game at the end, keep that 2-3 point lead that the Lions could never really close. What a cool block right there from Hosher. And we haven't really seen much out of him. He comes in, as I mentioned, the number one hitter, the kind of the big player in terms of total kills for the Lions with 103 kills, 3.8 kills per set. But he has not been very involved on the offensive end. I wonder if he's got an injury, because Carmesino has not been feeding him very much. And Carmesino goes back to serve. Early 4-point lead. And not a great pass from Carter. Again, sometimes the junior just little antsy feet and kind of moving and not finishing and just staying in the pass. He's made some fantastic passes on some tough serves in either the game this or earlier against SVU or this game here. That one goes off of the roof. Carmesino doing a good job adjusting. They're going to call a violation on the Lions. And it'll be Borer serving again. Trying to close this early 3-point deficit. Cable back in the libero. I guess that's where he started in the first game. It didn't go well, and then Hosher tries to get that block. He was right there, big up over the top. He gets into a good spot, but it just goes off his forearm and rolls out of bounds. And a third point for the Mighty Macs, giving Borer another opportunity from the service line, and that one falls about 6 inches short of the tape. Well long was that serve from Hayden Wood. I'll drop it in from Deebs. Big, strong, great job getting Hosher involved. I think Carmesino needs to keep getting him involved. He goes opposite on that set. Hosher able to put it off the block. He's strong. He attacks really with a lot of power. Just hasn't been used much in the first two games. Scott with a nice serve. And they're going to call a violation on the Max. Ball coming back to Scott. This time Borer puts it just right. And Pepper tries to go line. Great job from Hosher to really close that out, forcing that tight hit from Pepper. It goes wide. And a 5-point lead for the Lions. I think you might see Coach Smith take a timeout here. If they don't get another point, they're going to call a violation. And it'll be point for the Mighty Macs. Pfister subbing out. Barely over the tape. Going outside. Not much to do with that. Bump set from Carter. Borer. What a tricky hit. Wow. The freshman from Cincinnati, Ryan Bullhauer, basically is back to the net, grabs the ball and just throws it over, noticing there was no block at all. And really sneaky, smart play. Something you usually see like that from the setters. And he just took that initiative right there and finished out the serve. Ends up going into the net. So still a 4-point lead. And quick middle. Pepper with the dig. Joust at the net. Another opportunity for Martell. He goes outside. And that's one of the first finishes in that we've seen recently. From the opposite side from Hayden Wood. Great job mixing it up from Martell. Free ball. Carter. Now Martell from the middle. Pepper right at Hosher. And it looked like it surprised him. Rolls his eyes off that attempt to dig the hit from Pepper. He really felt like he should have done more with that. Pepper goes back at him now. Carmesino. Block comes. It's going to have to be chased down, and Carter can't get there. So 3-point lead. Sanchez on serve. Jump serve to Carter. Carter does a lot with that one. Middle from back line is Pepper, and he goes off the block. Smart from Martell. Keep getting that ball to Pepper. Pepper and Bohr have done the yeoman's work for Immaculata this afternoon in this match against Mount St. Joseph Lions. And free opportunity. And that one trying to go deep was Cable. And does go deep. Problem is it was just a little too deep. Wasn't far off. Missed by about a foot. Wiltbank puts it to Cable. Joust at the net. Strong play from Carmesino and a miss hit from Pepper. Kind of knew it right away as soon as he hit that. Swung. Pulled that arm way around and was also trying to get some top spin on it to get it to drop. It was just too wide. 2-point lead, Bullhauer. Nice serve. And the hit from Hosher to Carmesino, they're just not able to do anything with it. Lynn, floater to Hosher. Carmesino gets it to Hayden Wood with the roll. And what a swing from Bohr. I think before I talked about Hayden Wood, the number 6 for the Lions on that opposite hit. That was actually Lynn. I apologize. Lynn, don't want to take that away from you. It was a great hit. And big swing. That one was indeed Hayden Wood from the opposite side, putting it down strong. Pfister checks in. Carmesino with that quick floater barely sneaks it over. Martell goes outside to Bohr, just a little off on the timing. Bohr not able to get a full swing, and the tip to the ground from the Lions results in another point. Martell with the kind of quick runner to Deebs, not able to really do anything with it, but on the other end, ball into the net from the Lions offense. And the Mighty Max down by 1. Bohr on the serve, chance to tie it up. Tough pass to handle, results in a free ball. Carter, that one goes off of the roof, and we're trading back and forth free balls, but the second time in transition, when you've got Hosher going up against a single block of Martell, Hosher's going to win that 99% of the time, and he does. Martell gets a hand on it, but, man, powerful swing from Hosher. And forced to go over or with a quick set from Bohr. And back and forth. Point ends up going to the Lions, extending their lead to 3. All right, 16-13. Mighty Max had it to within 1. Gonna try and get back there. There's a violation. I'm gonna call on the Lions. Mighty Mac ball with the point and serving. Jack Deebs. Way outside with that serve. Tip off the block. Opportunity. Martell's going to go to Bohr, and he swung and knew it right away. Left his hands. He went down, grabs the shoelaces. Just not feeling great about that swing. And then the easy over ball comes to the hands of Bullhauer. Timeout from Coach Smith. I think you go back to that point where Immaculata is down by 2. Martell puts that ball to the opposite, and it's Bohr over there swinging, and the swing just doesn't come up right on the connection. Ball goes long, extends the lead to 3 instead of putting it down to 1, and then you just get that overpass, and now it's 4 points. Pivotal moment that the Mighty Macs just couldn't quite capitalize on. So as you watch the kind of bit of zaniness from the sideline on the Immaculata side opposite their bench, that's the Knights volleyball team. And the Knights have a large group, a lot of subs, tough for the coaching staff to work everybody in practice. But it results in some really great dynamics from the bench, and they've kind of brought that same dynamic and fun style of play and cheering to the sideline for the Mighty Macs. And that serve goes into the net for the Lions, and Martell barely getting it over the tape. And that one goes long. And now here we are with a 2-point lead again for the Lions. Lions need to clean up their their passing, sorry. Not a lot of tough serves coming from Immaculata. Just need to clean up the passing. Right there, that one from Hosher, Jason Hosher. They're really kind of, I mean, he wore the last game, he wore the libero jersey. He's a good passer. It's just off right now for the Lions. The quick, good opportunity because of that awesome pass from Hosher. Carmesino able to give it quickly to Ryan Bullhauer, and he'll finish. Not able to tie it were the Mighty Macs, and now Martell goes opposite to Pepper and still in. Free opportunity, Martell. See what he does this time. This time the timing is off. Couldn't tell if that was supposed to be middle or if that was supposed to be to the outside. Kind of caught in between. And Wiltbank and Peppers didn't know who was supposed to get after that ball. Ends up resulting in a point, and there Hosher well short of the tape. Hosher just a little off today. Not quite as involved. I think Carmesino needs to find a way to just keep feeding him the ball, get him back in the rhythm, keep his mind in the game, because he's going to need that for the SVU game. The overpass is an easy opportunity for Wiltbank, but he can't do anything with it. It was right there for him. Kind of surprised him. Fell between him and the net. Couldn't do anything with it after that. 3-point lead. And really mishit was Sanchez on that ball. That was almost touched the bottom tape. Bryce Wiltbank puts it into Cable. Carmesino with the jump set. And a nice find in the hole of the defense was Hosher. Coming from the back line. Hosher plays with a bit of a nonchalant. I don't know that he's feeling well. I keep seeing him on his knees. I don't know if it's his back. Just not quite feeling it right now. You can tell he doesn't have the pep that you often see, that you really always see out of, big hitters. And he is a big hitter. I think he's got a tweaked back. He's got an elbow brace on. Man doing yeoman's work by, I think, just being on the court. And they need him. They only got 2 subs, so he's out there because they need him. You got to give him props and respect for how he's playing, how tough he is. And they need Wood to come up strong. There from the right, from the outside, Wood attacks, using that left hand, able to put it down. They need him to step up with Hosher not exactly feeling like himself. So up by 5 are the Lions. Timeout called by Coach Smith. Maybe a little too late on that timeout. Might have wanted one maybe 2 points ago. It's not like it's been a string of points for the Lions, but the Mighty Macs just can't swing together anything more than 2 points at a time. And the freshman barely sneaks that over. Just trying to do anything he could with that was Pepper. Sticking the foot out, just really trying to do anything he could. That's, sometimes better be lucky than good. Bull Howard gets that serve just to clip the tape, falls short. In the end, that's the 25th point. However you get it, you get it. You'll take them. Coach Nieheisel will not argue on getting a point any way he can. And so up 2-1 are the Lions. They've got an opportunity to finish out this match on this 4th game. We'll come back in 2 minutes for the call. See if Immaculata can string together a few points and keep this match going with a win. All right, we're on to the fourth set with Borer kicking it off. Possibly a decisive set if the Lions are able to get the win. And that's a way to start it. Big, strong middle hit. Carmesino back to serve. Been very impressed with the freshman's play. His foot movement bodes well for the Lions. The block comes from Hosher. Again from Hosher. And forced to put it over is Martell. And then Hosher finishes up. This was Hosher's point. 2 blocks and a kill. Don't get much better than that. Tough to handle for Pepper, way outside. And it'll result in a Lions point. Carmesino puts it in play. And Borer hits it long coming from the back line. 4 quick points for Mount St. Joseph's. Carter with a nice pass. This time, Pepper in rhythm. Ball in a perfect spot for him. Splits the block. Finishes the play. That was much better from Martell. Deebs, that's where he puts most of them. Hosher not able to do much with it. And then just goes off the block. Smart play. The graduate student from Miamisburg, Ohio, doing a really smart job just getting that off the block. Just swiped at it. Borer forces the bump set from Martell, and it ends up being a point for the Knights. That's a good bump set from Martell. I see for the Knights, for the Mighty Max. Sorry. Got the Knights cheering for the Mighty Max. Got me a little confused. And kind of off of his feet, his footwork was a little weird there, was Martell. Consequently, his swing a little early and ball goes short on the net. Not so much the case for Eli Scott. Great serve. Free opportunity. Carmesino finds the outside. Great hit from number 13, Ray Sanchez. First time we've called his name in a little while in terms of hitting. Early on, he was the guy that Carmesino was going to, and Carter can't do anything with that. Really tough serve from Eli Scott, giving the Lions an 8th point. Scott putting a lot of pressure on the serve receive, but there gets a little sideways on the jump. Ball goes into the net. And Pepper comes in with his own jump floater. Hosher, Carmesino, and the quick to Bullhauer. That was some really nice defense that was so fast. There was no way for the Mighty Mac defense to get organized, get up there on that block. And they're going to call a pause in play. That would have resulted in a point for Immaculata. And Hosher turns around, kind of blows his, like, woo. Lucky. And Coach Smith over there, very frustrated with the down ref. Stopping play that would have resulted in a point. And then tough get for Carter, but he does get it. Martell does with it. Perfect set. Borer goes up. Strongest hit we've seen out of him in this 4th game. Really the only good strong hit from the outside that we've seen out of Borer, and one of the better hits he's had in this match. And kind of from the beginning, that throw had Wiltbank off. He threw it up, had to run around the toss. Results in a bad hit on the serve. Point for the Lions. And the middle quick doesn't fall. And they'll go back line. Just not sure that's the set right now with how clearly Hosher isn't really feeling himself right now. Not sure that's kind of that back line hit. When you've got Wood set up outside, you've got this hit off of the deflection. And Eli Scott back in. Plenty of tools for Carmesino to go to without having to use the Hosher backline hit. But 7 points. Leading are the Lions and the young freshman, Ryan Bullhauer, serving. And long, no tip, was Borer. Things starting to get away from Immaculata. Either they step back into this match right now, and this is the way they can do it off of that miss serve, the error from Bullhauer. Boer's a good jump server opportunity. String together 4 or 5 points, and you're right back in the match. But off the tape, no dice. Carmesino with an 8-point lead. Just forced to go over, even lucky to get there. And what an adjustment from Hosher. Little early, had to wait just a second. Still got up and got it down with some authority. And Hosher reaches over and puts down that hit like he was going up against he was over the top of that hit really early and strong. That time can't get there, splitting the block is Pepper with the hit, attempting a roll shot. Violation called. And it'll be Mount St. Joseph's ball. Carmesino been back at this service line for a long time. I think this is serving for his 5th point on this rotation. Slows it up, drops it into Carter. Back line is Boer. Nice dig from Sanchez. Good block. Scott forced to put it over. Martell can't really get the set that Pepper needed. Pepper just trying to get the ball back over. Carmesino back again. Now 18-6. And great day in the defense for, off Pepper. Just fighting for his life. And Martell trying to be sneaky. No block was there. Had a chance to put it over. And does not result in a point. That ball hard off of Pepper's, the side of his head. Woods like, my bad. That thing came at Pepper quick. I'm sure his left ear is ringing right now. So the timeout called. 13-point lead. It really quick, that balloon. There was an opportunity. The Mighty Macs were fighting and right in that. And then all of a sudden, Carmesino comes up to serve. And he scores 8 straight points. On the year, Carmesino has 4 aces and 10 serving errors with just barely like 0.1 aces per set. So it's not like he's been killing it at the service line, but he has put together a string of points right now that has given his team a 13-point lead and looking to close out this match. Great thing is he's got him all over the net. He's just making the Mighty Macs have to play precise in order to keep the ball up and get a good set and hit. This one just long. The line judge looked at that for about a second and a half before making the call. But what are we calling here? They're calling a violation of some sort. Board does not understand. And they were just going to get Carmesino off of the service line, and goes off the tape and off of Wood's head. But Carmesino does all that damage. He does about 9 points worth of damage on that serving rotation. So not really a bad. I mean, you'll take that one service error in 8 points, 9 points. So now down 14. And Lions go middle. Scott finishes. Carmesino going back to that well that he started with early in this match. Scott's really stepped up with Hosher being a little less active in this match. Hosher and Wood have both stepped up. Wood and Sanchez and Eli Scott have all stepped up, filled in the gap, left from not really utilizing Hosher as much. And now 8-22. Martell serving, and it is a lot of fun to watch Eli Scott attack that middle. It's a different kind of middle. They don't really do the runners. He'll come at that thing way far back and just attack right away. A little different than you see from a lot of middle plays. And then he serves like that. Wow. That was, I'm not even sure I saw a Mighty Mac move to that ball. I think Carter took like half a step. And now Scott serving not only for set point, but for match point. And like Sebastian Noble in the previous game, the previous match between Immaculata and Southern Virginia University, trying to finish things out with a big, strong ace, smiling as he comes off. And then Pepper, knowing that he's got to keep his team in it, tries a little too much, puts the ball into the net. Results in a point for Mount St. Joseph's. That's their 25th point. That's game. That's set. That's match. So now we have a period of time. I'll wait to see what they put on the clock before Mount St. Joseph Lions show up to their second match of the afternoon. And this one will be against a much more difficult foe, the Southern Virginia University men's volleyball team, who played most of their reserves throughout that first match against Immaculata. So they will come in fresh. Most of the starters did not see the court. Evans and a couple of younger starters, Tyler Schaefer, were out there a bit. Saw the Durkin brothers out there a lot, but I don't think you'll see Tanner much in this second match unless it's really clear that the Knights are dominating, trying to keep him healthy and moving forward in his rehabilitation. So we've got a 46-minute clock on the scoreboard. Looks like that's where they'll start from. So come back in about 46 minutes. We'll have the third match of this triple header afternoon. I'm Scotty Winterton for Craig Reese, Paul Morrissey, your camera crew. Appreciate everybody joining us, and we'll be back in 46.